Professional Wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
Well, Taz, we wondered what this is about during the commercial break as we saw Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, making his way towards the impact zone. We were anticipating our six-man tag, our main event steel cage match.
Yeah, I don't quite know what the deal is here. Always great to see Kurt Angle. So, saw Val hand him a microphone, so I'm assuming we'll hear what the story is with Kurt Angle.
Mr. Anderson, ever since you stepped foot in TNA, you set your sights on Kurt Angle. After Destination X, some people even said you might be every bit as good as Kurt Angle. Really, Ken? Really? Do you even know who Kurt Angle is? What motivates me? Do you know what I'm thinking as I'm standing here in this steel cage? What I'm thinking at this very second? Let me give you some insight as to who Kurt Angle really is. I'm an Olympic champion who has made a living on winning and playing by the rules. Because that's what athletes do. We're always in command and always in control. But somehow, I lost all control. Maybe it was because of you spitting in my face. Maybe it's because you cut me up with my warrior tag. Maybe it's because you degraded the great troops of the United States of America. Maybe it's because of all those things, Mr. Anderson. But one thing's for sure. At Lockdown, it's going to be you and me one last time. In this steel cage, one-on-one. No rules, no regulations, no control. And the only way to survive is to physically walk through that steel door. And I promise you one thing, Mr. Anderson, the ending of this match will be my hands, my face, and my body covered with your blood. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Kurt, I think that it's about time for you and I to be, as you would put it, damn real. I mean, seriously, this little war, feud, rivalry that we got going on has got to stop, man. We're gonna kill each other. I mean, look at week after week after week. I bloody you, you bloody me. I lay you out with a chair, you lay me out with a chair. I beat you. Let me repeat that again. I beat you. You beat me. We're 50-50, man. We're canceling each other out. So TNA management decides to put us inside that steel cage so that we can settle our differences once and for all. Only one man emerges victorious, right? Let me tell you something about that. a little birdie came and sat on my shoulder in the back. I don't want to say who that little birdie was. Eric Bischoff. And he told me that he sanctioned a match for next week's Impact between yours truly and you. And it's not just going to be any old wrestling match. No. It's not going to be a game of tiddlywinks. It's not going to be an arm wrestling competition. It's going to be, are you ready? Drum roll, please. You, Kurt Angle, and Mr. Anderson on TNA Impact will have a ladder match. Yeah. And at the top of that ladder is going to be a key. And that key is going to open up a lock. And that lock will open up the door to that steel cage at Lockdown. And you know, I know you've heard it before, Kurt. May the best man win. Well, to be quite honest with you, it doesn't pain me to say this, the better man will not win. Because, Kurt, you're a better man than I am. Yeah, you're a better father to your children than I'll ever be. You're a better son to your parents than I was, than I am right now, than I will ever be. You're a better role model for the youth of America than I even frickin' care to be. Don't you think Kurt's a nice guy? Kurt Angle's a nice guy, everybody. Well, you know what? Nice guys always finish last. Well, Kurt, next week and then again at Lockdown, look into my eyes when I tell you that thank God, thank God, thank God, thank God, I'm in it. Ass.
You heard it. Next week, Impact, when it airs at the special time of 8 p.m. It's going to be Mr. Anderson versus Kurt Angle in a ladder match. And the cage door key's going to hang in the balance. Who's going to have the edge, the advantage for Lockdown in St. Louis?
Oh, Mike, that's a massive advantage if you win that ladder match next week and get the key for the door, because that's how you got to win that cage match, is leave via the door. You got the key. Hello? That's big time.
Well, that's next week.
Yeah. Well, it's time for our main event right now.
This is now. This is tonight. And it's steel cage main event time. And here comes the reunited band led by Kevin Nash.
Former members right there.
Kurt Angle, who's going to get the key to the cage? And we are back and we are live. You hear the opening bell. Mr. Anderson, Kurt Angle. The very important ladder match. You saw the key hanging above the ring that will open the steel cage door in St. Louis, April the 18th at Lockdown.
Yeah, you know, whatever these two men, Anderson and Angle, when they go against each other, it usually ends up pretty ugly. It's physical. And now finally we get to see here this ladder. It's used, by the way, and it's got to be, because that key is way above this ring, man. That's got to be probably 15 feet from the ground, maybe a little less than that.
And I think it's safe to say, in terms of taking down that key, Mr. Anderson wants it so he can get out of that cage as quick as possible in St. Louis. But for Kurt Angle, he wants that key so that he can keep Anderson locked in that cage. Angle gets suplexed back first directly on the ladder.
Explosive snap vertical suplex by Anderson. Obviously trying to soft Angle up, and that worked. So now, Anderson, good game plan. Now you can get up that ladder, but don't waste time, man.
It looked like the perfect strategy, but Anderson has second thoughts. Apparently wants to dish out more pain, more punishment to the Olympic gold medalist. Positions the ladder off to the side again.
He saw Kurt Angle moving a little bit, so he wanted to make sure he shuts Angle down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Fell into the trap. Angle, belly to belly, release, overhead suplex. Anderson goes back first into the ladder.
Talk about shutting somebody down. Kurt Angle with that explosive overhead belly-to-belly suplex, popping his hips, back arching. Anderson spine first and kidneys driven into the steel of the ladder.
The key when you position the ladder in place and climb up is to have your opponent sufficiently weakened. Anderson didn't think he had Angle weakened to the point where he could climb up the ladder earlier. It came back to haunt him, and now we watch as Kurt Angle just systematically tries to take apart Mr. Anderson.
Kurt Angle will not rush into nothing, which makes him an international superstar, a world-class athlete. Oh, wow! That was some innovation right there by Anderson.
Well, Angle was able to duck under the ladder going through, but when he came off the ropes, he never saw the ladder coming as Mr. Anderson drives it directly into his face.
Well, you got to be violent. Sometimes you got to be violent. This ain't ballet right here.
Anderson climbing up. Just a couple of rungs away. He can touch it right there. He can touch the key, just has to take it down. He's got his hands on it.
Behind it too much. I mean, he's in front of it too much, I should say.
Leaves himself open for Kurt.
Angle slam.
Angle slam off the ladder.
In the middle of the ladder. Big height, big drop for Mr. Anderson.
Under normal circumstances, this would be enough for Kurt to go up and take down the cage key. But he was weakened so much by that shot from the ladder directly into his face that he's still trying to clear the cobwebs. It was that quick adrenaline rush that allowed him to hit the Angle slam.
I agree. It was enough to for Kurt to stop Anderson's momentum a bit there with that Angle slam. Now Kurt's got the opportunity right here to get the advantage going into lockdown in the cage match to get a hold of this key right here.
He clears the ring of Mr. Anderson.
Kurt's looking good. Kurt's trying to, I think he hurt his back a little bit in that vertical suplex too when Anderson suplexed him into the steps. But I think Kurt's going to get it, but hurry up, Kurt.
Kurt headed up to the top. He's got his hands on it again.
Oh, my God. Good God. Oh, my God. It's bad, Mike. That was nasty.
Look at this.
Kurt's body here. He tried to grab the rope.
And then the way that his leg, his knee, all got hooked on that top rope.
He tries to grab the rope to stop.
Oh, God.
His leg got caught up in between the ropes. And how the hell is Kurt still moving? He's just, how tough is that guy, man? Wow.
That's the Olympic gold medalist, competing in the Olympics with a broken neck, and he's trying to make his way at least back up to the apron and get back in. Anderson, though, is headed up the ladder on his way to taking down that cage door key for lockdown.
Anderson's got it here, Mike. Even though he's not climbing too quick. Kurt had a nasty land, and he crashed and burned at the hands of Anderson. Kurt's trying, though, man. He's got a lot of heart, trying to pull himself to that apron, and he did. Anderson's got it.
Anderson's got that key, climbing up the ladder, trying to unhook it. Oh, couldn't unhook it. And then Angle out of nowhere with a missile drop kick off the top, directly into the ladder.
Kurt Angle, check out this missile drop kick into the ladder after Kurt, a few seconds later, after he crashed off the ladder onto the floor. Kurt Angle really trying to win this match, obviously.
Then he comes back with another suplex as we're back live. This has turned into a ladder war of attrition between these two.
Kurt Angle, I'm telling you, at times I think he just reacts instinctively. Sometimes I don't even think he realizes what he's doing in there. He's just on autopilot. It's just that his autopilot's real quick.
Take down the cage door key, have the advantage for lockdown in St. Louis. When these two will meet inside the steel cage.
Kurt's hurting, Mike. Kurt's moving a little gingerly here. He's grabbing at his ribs. He might have some internal damage after the way he fell. He could have popped a rib. You don't know. Oh, my God. What the hell?
Angle sensing that he's got to finish off Mr. Anderson once and for all before he climbs up and takes down that key.
Ground and pound, just pounding on the skull of Mr. Anderson. Kurt Angle now's got some bad intentions brewing in his brain right now.
I'm amazed he's even able to make it up to the corner all the way to the top just like this.
Look at that! Wow. Kurt Angle just, look at the pain he's in his ribs. Let's take another look at this.
Got to.
Look at the height. Look at that.
That elevation and the landing, just unbelievable.
Just imagine this, just driving Anderson's body into that ladder. Kurt Angle, man, one of a kind. One of a kind. Hence why Kurt Angle is a 13-time World Heavyweight Champion.
Oof. Anderson sent into the corner by Angle. Shoulder first into the steel ring post. Is that enough? Will that be sufficient? Will that allow Kurt to climb the ladder and take down the cage door key?
Look at Anderson. I mean, I think that moonsault kind of was the exclamation point while the man was on a ladder. Nowhere to go, no cushion. Can Kurt Angle climb it?
Kurt headed up the ladder.
Wait, Mike, look at Anderson.
Fighting through. What is it? He's got the Warrior medal. He took it off the steel post.
What the hell? Well, we've seen it.
Stops Kurt from climbing. Series of shots to the back.
Well, this is a no disqualification match. It is a ladder match, and oh man, look at this.
The Warrior medal, God, it's wrapped around the neck of Kurt Angle, and he's just choking the life out of Kurt.
Kurt's trying to get his fingers in between the chain that
you can see the frustration there of the referee who can't do anything because of the no disqualification stipulation. Look at Kurt. How is he doing this?
He's just powering through it. Kurt Angle's so close.
Fingertips on the key.
That chain is right across the, gotta assume across the esophagus, across the throat of Kurt Angle. He's got it, Kurt's got it.
Pull down that key, Kurt.
Pull, Kurt.
Oh, it's just too much.
Choked him out with it. It's choked out.
Kurt loses consciousness as he's taken down. And that's the opening, and that's the opportunity, and Mr. Anderson cashes in.
Here's your winner, Mr. Anderson.
Well, Anderson just shutting the air down in the throat, in the esophagus of Kurt Angle. Kurt tried, couldn't get that chain off his neck, but was so close to grabbing the key. Ended up getting choked out with the chain. Advantage goes for lockdown to Mr. Anderson.
What an incredible ladder war that we have just witnessed.
Physical,
brutal at times. But we know April the 18th in St. Louis, the lockdown steel cage, when these two meet again, Taz, you said it best. At lockdown, it's advantage Anderson.
I got a bottle of bubbly waiting backstage for me. Not to celebrate my victory tonight here in the Impact Zone, but to celebrate my victory at Lockdown, because that's what I just secured, ladies and gentlemen. And tonight, the only person that I'm going to be partying with is Mr. Anderson.
Will that be a premature celebration? We'll find out at Lockdown. Now, let's go to JB.
With a ladder match to gain possession of the key to to escape the cage. That gives Anderson a huge advantage in St. Louis this Sunday.
And now let's preview Kurt Angle versus Mr. Anderson at Lockdown.
Kurt Angle looks to extract some major payback at Lockdown against the pompous Mr. Anderson. At Against All Odds, Angle and Anderson faced off for the first time in the 8-card stud tournament.
Wait, what's he got there?
That's the medal that Kurt wears around his neck, and oh my God.
Oh, God. Kurt's bleeding bad. Mr. Anderson's just bringing the violence here.
Head first with the mic check, and gets 2 and gets 3.
You gotta call that an upset.
Are you kidding me? That's disrespectful.
We got people in this country that are dying for us overseas fighting. Got this tag from a soldier. I was going through some difficult times. I was falsely arrested and going through a divorce and everything like that. And this guy just came back from Iraq and they gave me a tag about a warrior. And, whenever I go out there, I think about what they do, what they sacrifice. Not just their bodies and their lives, but their families. They inspire me.
I am not here to make friends. I am here to win championships and make a boatload of money. That's it, period, point blank. So I went after one of the top dogs in the company, the only Olympic gold medalist in the history of this business. I went after him, and yeah, I spit on him, because that's just the kind of guy that I am.
Let me get this straight. I'm supposed to feel sorry because I spit on some medal. I see that little hunk of garbage around your neck as nothing more than a utensil to carve you up, man.
All these guys, man, it's like the competitions get more fierce, and it's the animal of professional wrestling. You want to be the best.
Is Kurt Angle tougher than me? Kurt Angle might have more experience than me. May have won a gold medal. But any man can be beaten on any given day. The last 2 months have been a preview of what you're going to expect to see at Lockdown. Me stamping his guts out again and again and again. And apparently he doesn't learn from his mistakes, so he keeps coming after me.
While Kurt Angle has been in countless main events and championship title matches, the showdown at Lockdown with Mr. Anderson will be one of the most important tests of his career.
I think that Ken Anderson, what he did is going to end up being something he will regret.
That's the thing. Kurt is trying to make this about him and the military, and I disrespected the military. I disrespected Kurt Angle. I spit on him. His medal happened to be in the way. So what?
On April 18th at Lockdown, these two men will settle the score once and for all inside the steel cage.
Well, Kurt is definitely going to walk out of Lockdown as the better man, but I don't care. It's not about me being the better man. I care about winning.
At stake tonight in the ladder match, the key that opens the cage door at Lockdown. Oh, whoa! The Warrior medal, it's wrapped around the neck of Kurt Angle, and he's just choking the life out of Kurt. That's the opportunity, and Mr. Anderson cashes in. The Lockdown steel cage, when these two meet again, it's advantage Anderson.
I busted him open on more than one occasion with that little thing, and now I choked him out. When's he going to realize not to bring the damn thing to the ring?
Mr. Anderson, you disrespected me. You disrespected our soldiers. And for that, I'm going to make you pay.
Come Lockdown, I'm going to whoop your ass. I learned a long time ago that nice guys finish last. Well, guess what, Kurt? Thank God